and for your spirit. This is a trivalent exercise. Okay, we're on exercise number 8. This is for the ali, nasi, and nasalis. It strengthens the midface and improves respiration. And it's really simple. You flare your nostrils. Again, show my face. Show his face. Yeah. Okay, look at my nostril. That's the exercise. Now, the affirmation is Christ lifts me as I lift others. We are not referring to Jesus Christ, who never existed. They didn't have a J in the Jewish alphabet until the 20th century, so nobody named Jesus could have ever existed about the time that this person was supposed to have been born. His name would be Yeshua. Okay, we are not referring to Jesus Christ, but the Christ principle. And the Christ principle is that portion of humanity that moves us toward the best of our being. Okay.
Now let's see the slide with the muscles.
Hold on. Before you see the slide with the muscles, the crucifix. That's what position I see myself in. And my hand is at the back of the nape of the neck of somebody who's next to me. And I got somebody on this side of me and I got somebody on this side of me. And my hand is under the back of their nape of each one. And I am pushing them up. And just as I am pushing them up, my Christ is at the back of my neck pushing me up. Because I'm pushing them up. Again, the affirmation, Christ lifts me as I lift others.
Let's see the muscle.
Yes. That's the one. That's the only one that flares your nostrils. Hot dog. It took me a minute to get that thing together. Okay. Exercise number 10.
9, honey.
9? Okay, I missed one then. Okay, yeah, I did. I did miss one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I just went past it. Exercise number 9. Orbicularis oculi, depressor supercilius, outer frontalis, and procerus. Rapid and forceful opening and closing your eyes. And we will add deep vision later. This is a whole nother eye exercise for the muscles of your eyes that actually improves your vision and stops you from losing vision like most people do as they get older. It's just because they never exercises the muscles that are involved in vision. Okay, the affirmation. I will see the world with new vision untainted by my old fears. Okay, show my face. Okay, here's the exercise. Tight. I will see the world with new vision untainted by my old fears. I will see the world with new vision untainted by my old fears. I will see the world with new vision untainted by my old fears. I will see the world with new vision untainted by my old fears. I'm pressing it down as hard as I can. I'm opening it up as wide as I can. Now, what I'm doing while I'm doing this is seeing myself, believe it or not, walk down the Champs-Élysées. That's the main street in Paris, France. And they got lots of little sidewalk cafes there with chairs outside and umbrella stands and so forth and so on. You can sit out there and watch people go up and down the Champs-Élysées to the Eiffel Tower, which is at the end of the block. I'm walking along that street with a pair of yellow sunglasses on, and when I sit down at one of the chairs next to this table, I take the yellow sunglasses off. I will see the world with new vision, untainted by my old fears. And when I'm untainted by my old fears, I'm taking the glasses off. And things are changing from yellow tint to clear. Yellow tint to clear. Yellow tint to clear. Okay? Okay, I say rose-colored on here. Rose-colored glasses from your eyes as you make a seat and la douze maga. Uh-huh. La douze magas.
Yes, let's see the muscles now.
Okay, let's take a look at the muscles. These are really simple. These are the muscles that surround your eye. And they control the lids. The procerus, outer frontalis, and palpebrae. Okay. Exercise number 10, which I've been waiting to get to. Frontalis, procerus, and temporalis. This is really, really simple. I just elevated myself by one step. Okay, show my face. That's it. Elevate and hold for a count of 1, 2, and bring it back down. 1, 2, and bring it back down. I just elevated myself by one step. And the visualization is see yourself being lifted by taking a step up on a step ladder or a set of stairs. You only step up one step. You step with your left foot, and you keep repeating that one step with your left foot every time you do it. I have just lifted myself by one. I have just lifted myself by one step. Just lifted myself by one step. Okay, take a look at the muscles that you're going to be using. Mainly the frontalis muscle. It's two big muscles in the front of your head.
The next slide.
That's it. Two big muscles in the front of your head. Okay, exercise 11, we're coming to the end. This is 3 ways to reinforce your new direction. The first involves elevation of the head against resistance, raising your head from looking down to about 45 degrees, looking up. Against your hand, pushing on the back of your head. This will change you if you do it. Now, show me again. This is the exercise. I'm pushing down with my hand and raising my head against it until my chin is about 45 degrees up. I will raise my head and the head of all mankind, the required 45 degrees. Your brain, and this is something we're going to cover in great detail later on, functions basically on which part of your brain is highest. And you have at least 5 different parts of your brain. The part of your brain that leads you in the direction of righteousness, the part of your brain that is all about morals and doing right is right here in the front. It's the frontal lobe. You want to put this highest. That puts your morals in the superior, supreme position in your head, and you are now thinking about thoughts that are moral. This is what people use to pray in. That's stupid. Because that ignores that you're bringing this portion of your brain, the occipital lobe, into function. Your occipital lobe is basically about balance and carrying out orders. Yeah, they want your head down so they can use their occipital lobe to control you. Now, see yourself standing in front of a long line of people stretching into the horizon. All of their heads follow yours as you elevate your head against resistance up to that 45 degrees.
Let's see the next slide.
Yes, please. I like the next slide.
Oh.
The next slide. That's the one. That's them doing it. Heads up at 45 degrees, alights your spiritual aspect and brings into play your morals and your convictions. All right, next exercise. This exercise involves turning your head against the resistance of your hand. This is done slowly. starting with your head in the middle, slowly turning to one direction, then returning to the middle. Perform this exercise several times in one direction, then the other. Okay, the affirmation is, I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. Show me again. Here is the exercise. I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. Then you do it on the other side. I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. And that's what you see. You see a long, wide trail with lots and lots of people going down it. And you turn off of that to a narrow little trail that's barely visible that's going up. And you turn from that wide path of death and destruction, and you start walking up that narrow trail that leads to life enabled.
Let's see the slide of the muscles that are enabled.
Yes, and you're enabling both the muscles of the sternocleidomastoid of your neck and most of the muscles of your arm and shoulder, because you're using that as resistance. Okay, and moving on, we have exercise number 13. This exercise requires lateral flexion against the resistance of your hands. It is performed by flexing your head laterally while pushing against it with your hand. This is the first of the last face-up regimen. Okay, show me again. Here we go.
Only bend to the Most High.
I only bend to the Most High. I will bend only for the Most High. I will bend only, and do it on the other side. I will bend only for the Most High. And you see many of your friends and family trying to get you to abandon your goals, paradigms, and techniques while you steadfastly attend to the work of improving your being. That is your job. Okay, exercise number 13. This last exercise requires you to turn your head either left or right, then press your chin down against the resistance of your palm.
You're all right. Go.
Okay. Resistance of palm while you turn your head back toward the middle.
Same exercise. He's just letting you know you do the other side too.
Yes.
And he showed you that.
Uh-huh. This is 13B. Okay.
And the next slide shows the same muscles that are enabled on the other that he did before.
Absolutely.
You can go to the next slide now.
Uh-huh. The purpose of the exercises is to increase movement with the affirmations and spiritual visualization. Use not just vision in the visualization. Use your sense of smell, feel, hearing, and even taste. The more of your senses you use in visualizations, the more powerful they will become. Practice these exercises daily to grow your abilities as a trivalent being. I would also suggest that face-up be done daily as a part of your toileting. For example, as you wash your face, brush your teeth, or comb your hair. You already got these habits established. Use them to enable yourself. May the Lord bless you and the ancestors protect you. Peace. Proper education always corrects error. That is face up. Doing this will change the person that you are and how everybody looks at you, because what they will see is a much more alive person, a much more energized person, and to a degree, a much more youthful person. As most of the things that ages our face are eliminated. Now, I don't want anybody getting all upset and saying, oh, where was this 10, 15, 20 years ago? No, it's exactly where it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be there. And our last song to you is a simple one, and it is, people, get ready. The change is here. The new humanity is knocking at your door. What you gonna do? People, get ready.
While we're waiting for that,
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh,
People, get ready.
for the change you're coming.
you don't need no baggage.
Get on board. Ooh,
You need is faith.
to hear the diesels humming.
You don't need no ticket.
Thank the Lord. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
So people, get ready.
For the change in Jordan,
Picking up passengers, coast to coast.
ooh,
Faith is the key.
in the doors and board them.
There's room for all among the
Love the
loved most.
most. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh,
There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner.
who will hurt all mankind.
Just to save his own.
Just feel this, y'all. Pity on those whose chances grow thinner.
For there's no hiding place against the kingdom's throne. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
So people, get ready. There's a change a-coming.
You
Don't need no baggage. You just get on board.
All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord.
Use your faith and just
Thank the Lord.
with appreciation, yo.
Thank the Lord.
With gratitude, just then.
Thank the Lord.
That is our show.
Yes,
That is Face Up.
yes.
And we wish you. Oh, wait a minute.
And
Hold on. Wait a minute. There's the flyer for my speaking
Read
engagement
through.
this Saturday. It's at 152nd Street, 813 East 152nd Street, Cleveland, Ohio, from 3 to 6. And it is going to be a changer. We are going to bury all of our attendees' prior existence. because we are going to give them a new living. Through the trivalent understanding noetics, we're going to give them a whole new life.
I just want to add before we go that those of you who might not have seen the first part of Face Up today, reminding you that this show was in a 3-part session. So do go back and make sure you look at them in the correct order. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And now can we say peace? Can we say peace, y'all? Can we do that? We're doing it. Hot dog. Peace.
Peace.
Which stands for
Proper education always corrects error. Love y'all. Thank you for your Welcome, trivalent beings of spirit, mind, and body. Time for the Ask Doc Alkebulanese Solution Show, sponsored by Prometheus Reborn Universal Foundation, also known as Proof. Its mission is to spread the trivalent understanding noetics, featuring stand-up philosophy that includes anthropology, psychology, biology, metaphysics, medicine, psychodrama, comedy, and music through a genre called edutainment.